What is the secret way to reaching the superconscious state? So this is a state as described by Gopi Krishna in his lectures. You can Google Gopi Krishna. Was made popular. His lectures were made popular between 1977 and 1984, but he created his first book in 1967 in the English language about his adverse experience of his Kundalini awakening, and this was his introduction. So he's coming from that era. So I'm going to base this video on that level and how one can achieve it realistically, without you know feeling hopeless about it. So those of you who like the contents of my video, please do not forget to also like and subscribe to my channel. This will greatly help my channel to be able to reach out to more people. And if you can do me even a greater favor, share it with at least one other person or just one of your social media channels. And this will greatly help my channel. And if you could also comment, I will get more feedback and know, how you feel about it. Because if you feel good about it or negative, I won't know until you put a comment, right? That I would really appreciate. Thank you so much for that. And for those of you who don't know me, I am Osman. I'm a bioenergy healer on a master level with telepathic healing capabilities, specializing in critical care recovery and terminal illnesses, amongst a host of other um, physiological, psychological, and even spiritual ailments. I've created a 10-minute anxiety fix for just $5, right? And this I can deliver telepathically anywhere in the world. You just need to contact me, get to my website, yogawellness786.com, and message me, and I will get in touch with you as soon as I can. I'm normally a very busy schedule, right? Extremely busy, but I will try to respond to every possible message. And it's just $5, and this is amazing to experience the telepathic healing itself, for yourself, and how it feels. Something exciting. I'm also an advanced level yoga and meditation teacher, having been practicing myself for about 50 years and teaching for 44 years. But more importantly, in that time I've studied under different masters from different schools of thought, different cultures, and across the globe, from the Eastern cultures, from the Far Eastern cultures, the Middle Eastern cultures, and Western cultures, right? And to that end, I now have, created my own unique protocols that are adapted for the 21st century, making things much easier, quicker, faster, more effective, time efficient, and results orientated, right? And to that end, I now have students in over 44 countries. And my favorite protocol is my 5-minute yoga and meditation program, which you can download for free by visiting my website, yogawellness786.com, in exchange for subscribing to my blog, and where you can also get more information about my services. Also, remember, my therapies are all natural based and not a replacement for medical treatment. So, which is the fast track way for attaining the superconscious state? So, this is assuming that you are on the advanced level of meditation, right? So, and I know that 99% of the people who's on advanced level of yoga, they're not practicing all the fundamentals and the basics, right? So I'm practicing 7 fundamentals of yoga, and people generally feel they are advanced level if they are meditating for an hour a day, twice a day, and doing it like for about decades, a decade or more, right? Up to 5, 6 decades. Many people feel that's advanced. That that's not, in my opinion, advanced level. But assuming you want to the thing, so the core to the superconscious state is you have to know what's gonna. There's a subtle center in your brain, somewhere where the pineal gland is located, right? Somewhere in the middle, slightly to the back, in the very center of the brain, there's a subtle energy center. You cannot visualize it with the naked eye, but I prefer to say, from empirical point of view, your pineal gland, because when your superconscious state starts activating, the pineal gland starts activating, right? And your third eye opens more and more and more, right, until it's fully open. And the pineal gland's activation can be viewed empirically. It's like a pine cone that's opening up. It's got like scales that's opening up. It's like closed and it starts opening up. It's becoming looser. And once it's fully activated, fully open, the superconscious state becomes permanent, right? You're permanently in the superconscious state. So to activate that, we don't want to be playing around. Yes, meditation can maybe help, right? That's what Gopi Krishna did. He only did mainly that I know of. He used to talk about some yoga practice and breath work and so forth, but he never focused on it, and it wasn't part of his daily practice that I know of. Even in his advanced level. So this breath work and kriya practice is the secret, right? Pranayama, the alternative nostril breathing with retention, annum vinalum, 21 rounds of that, right? To be done correctly. You have to learn to do it correctly and don't just do it, without master guidance, because a person needs to initialize you, and your body must be able to handle it, and also you must be able to connect with your teacher anytime, even if it's across the globe, and you must be able to, if you have adverse kundalini awakening, you must be able to settle it from anywhere in the world, which I'm able to do, right? So this is the important thing, about this. So what you need to do is the secret, just to come to the bottom line, the secret is you need to be practicing your, alternative nostril breathing pranayama for a long time, right? Um, if you do it under my guidance for at least 12 months, I would say, and if you're doing it on your own, I would say at least 10 years, right? So it's possible to get to the advanced level when you do it under my guide, because I initialize you properly, within like a few, within minimum 10 days, right? Minimum 10 days. But I would say within a 2 to 3 month period realistically to reach the advanced level of that pranayama, and practice that, and then because it needs to awaken your kundalini and manually control it. And then you, on a low level, you have to on a very controlled level, low level. So this pranayama practice is one of the ways that you can do it, that I've established my own protocol. You're raising it up and down your spine, and as a practice, a minimum of 25 rounds a day, 24 to 25 rounds a day, but I do minimum of 50 rounds a day, and I try to do 100 rounds a day. I don't have time anymore for 100 rounds. 100 rounds take me 2 hours, so I just do a minimum of 1 hour a day. Because I'm an energy healer, I have to do that, right? Because it's also practicing the energy to keep it, ready for any emergency and to heal any critical care or terminal illness, right? And I'm always busy healing one person another. I'm never without patients, fortunately, right? Touch wood. Oh, I'm thankful. I'm grateful for that. That I always have, people that I'm treating, especially in advanced level. So to reach the superconscious state, the secret is you need to energize that subtle center in your brain. And to energize it, it needs very high power energy, not the normal energy. Like the normal blood flow and all that is not sufficient to energize it. By default, it will not energize, right? So combination of meditation practice and the kriya practice. All right, the kriya is like to raise the kundalini up and fill it in that area of the brain, right? Because you can't see it, a subtle place, and its busy starts to energize it, and it takes years, to energize it. And eventually, the first step you will see in the advanced level is the third eye region will light up. There will be a light that comes in your forehead region. And after about 2 or 3 years of practice, then the top of your head will light up. A light will appear here, in your mind's eye, 24/7. It's permanently there, right? And this will be permanently. Whether you close your eyes, open your eyes, sleep, wake up, that light is be there all the time, because your power level is coming to a higher and higher level. Is coming to that substantive level. That's the way to do it, right? You need to energize it with that kriya. The kriya practice can only be brought about through advancement in the pranayama practice, and you need to do the minimum 21 rounds a day. And if you want to fast forward it, do the recommended, not the minimum. The recommended is 3 hours of pranayama, alternative nostril breathing with retention, right? And the kriya practice 2 hours a day, so 5 hours, right? 3 hours pranayama, 2 hours of the, because it's like a breathwork practice, the kriya practice as well. It's actually called kundalini pranayama, right? In the yoga sciences. So you do the annum vinulum pranayama 3 hours and kundalini pranayama 2 hours. This will fast forward it. I mean, those of you who got time, you're retired, or you know how to juggle your time, you've got ways to sing, and minimum 3 hours meditation a day, right? So when you reduce that, you slow down the speed. So if you do like minimum 3 hours meditation, minimum 3 hours pranayama, minimum 2 hours of the kriya practice, it can take you about 8 to 10 years, on average, to attain the superconscious state and become established in it, on average, right? For the rare few, dedicated people, including. So this means like 8 hours of practice, right? Minimum. In addition, you need your hatha yoga practice as well, right? At least 30 minutes of that you can squeeze that in at some point, right? And working an 8 hour job, and you're going to sacrifice your sleep, of course, and which is a dangerous thing to do. But this is what's involved, in becoming established in the superconscious state. So the key secret is the kriya, energizing the brain, the energy to go in the brain. So in the advanced level, it's more about what you focus on. If you focus on peace, you're going to get peace. You're going to focus on love, you're going to develop your heart chakra, right? But if you focus on energizing, you'll feel like a throbbing eventually in the center of your head. Slightly, it's a subtle life force. Like when you on advanced level, you can feel your chakras, right? When you focus on it, right, I can feel. If I focus on my heart, I can feel it through. If I focus on my throat chakra, right, instantly it starts like, pulsating, right? It starts pulsating. When you focus on the inside the brain, the middle of your brain, it you feel, it's starting to throb. With long term, meditation advance, I'm assuming you're in an advanced level, right? So when you feel it, so that's what you need to energy. So you can energize it two ways, through the kriya and through meditation. So meditation, you're getting the cosmic energy coming from the top and filling that focus that you're filling your head, right? Like there's like a lotus in your head, inside your head, you're filling that. You need to do that first. Don't focus on your seventh chakra. Don't focus on your third eye chakra. Don't focus on that thing inside your brain to energize it, and it will energize then, because it works with focus, right? You energize it during meditation, and in your breath work, just focus that all, the subtle life force energy is going and filling there. In meditation, it's filling from the top and filling from the bottom. You'll feel the energy trickling from the base of your spine and going up your spine. You'll feel that, in the advanced level. And you are, and 24/7 while you're awake, you just like pay attention. You just stop your thoughts for a bit, and you feel the energy going up 24/7, energizing. It takes a long time, right? It took Krishnamurti 17 years, right, to get a taste of it. And then he practiced another, he took a 4 year break from the adverse effects of the Kundalini, and another 12 years before he became established in the superconscious state. So the secret, if you follow the Kriya secret, you don't have to do it the hard way, only meditation. You can do it that way. And of course, using Hatha Yoga as a platform is going to tremendously boost this whole thing. And then your breath work. This is important, to keep all your astral tubes and all clear. This is what's going to help, because your energy and the energy that you download from meditation is going to prioritize, sending the energy to all the parts of your body that is still blocked. Your astral, your subtle tubes, the nadis. It will not prioritize energizing the center of the brain. So if you keep them already unblocked and clear through, long-term practice of, sufficient pranayama, alternative nostril breathing with retention, up to 3 hours, minimum 30 minutes a day, and recommended, right, 3 hours a day, right? And depends on your schedule in between that, right? But minimum, or the recommended is 3 hours. And if you want to go higher, you can do even more. Some people do 12 hours of pranayama and so forth, right? So it's very difficult for people to even do 10 minutes of pranayama. But as you get used to it, you can do, like you'll find you can do 30 minutes easily. You can do an hour. Sometimes I'm doing pranayama, right, in a place where there's other people are involved, and we, on vacation, and there's other people, we sleeping in a communal setup. There were once we were in this communal setup, and the one guy said, "Oh my God, when are you going to finish? It's 2 hours, and you're still doing the breathing." Yeah, of course, you don't feel the 2 hours, right? And and it's a quiet practice, and it was like irritating some of the people. I said, "I'm sorry to irritate you, and disturb you, but this is my practice. I'm doing it silently. I'm not complaining when you're drunk and snoring and singing and laughing and dancing, and I'm doing it in a decent hour, not late night sleeping time." So, you need to practice substantive amount to this thing. But the core, if I have to say the one thing, is the Kriya. You take the energy and you energize that part inside the brain, right? Or you just do it mindfully in whatever practice you are doing. And hopefully you start seeing the way progressing towards it. The super is first, this will light up, then this whole top will light up. And the next step is to start experiencing the superconscious state intermittently, and then you'll become permanent. Right? So hope that information helps you. Take care of yourself always.